भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवय भगवते उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टकी. So thank you so much, Prabhuji and Mataji, for joining today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. So we will be discussing today about 28th text from 6th chapter of first canto. So let me share my screen. So please recite after me. प्रयुजमाने मयितं प्रयुजमाने मयितं शुद्धं भागवतीं तनुं शुद्धं भागवतीं तनुं आरब्धकर्म निर्वाणो ज्ञापतत्पञ्चभौतिकः ज्ञापतत्पञ्चभौतिकः प्रायुजमाने मायितं शुद्धं भागवतीं तनुं शुद्धं भागवतीं तनुं आरब्धकर्म निर्वाणो ज्ञापतत्पञ्चभौतिकः ज्ञापतत्पञ्चभौतिकः. So what word meaning? Prayujamane, having been awarded, mai, on me, tam, that, Suddham, transcendental, Bhagavatim, fit for associating with the personality of Godhead, Tanu, body, Arabdha, acquired, Karma, fruitive work, Nirvanaha, prohibitive, Nyapatat, quit, Pancha Bhautikaha, body made of 5 material elements. Translation and purport given by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So translation, having been awarded a transcendental body befitting an associate of this personality of Godhead, I quit the body made of 5 material elements, and thus all acquired fruitive results of work, karma, stopped. Purport. Informed by the personality of Godhead that he would be awarded a transcendental body befitting the Lord's association, Narada got his spiritual body as soon as he quit his material body. This transcendental body is free from material affinity and invested with 3 primary transcendental qualities, namely eternity, freedom from material modes, and freedom from reactions of fruitive activities. The material body is always affected with the lack of these 3 qualities. A devotee's body becomes at once charged with the transcendental qualities as soon as he is engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. It acts like the magnetic influence of a touchstone upon iron. The influence of transcendental devotional service is like that. Therefore, change of the body means stoppage of the reactions of 3 qualitative modes of material nature upon the pure devotee. There are many instances of this in the revealed scriptures. Dhruva Maharaj and Prahlad Maharaj and many other devotees were able to see the personality of Godhead face to face, apparently in the same body. This means that the quality of a devotee's body changes from material to transcendental. That is the opinion of the authorized Goswamis via the authentic scriptures. In the Brahma Samhita, it is said that beginning from the Indra Gopal germ up to the great Indra, king of heaven, all living beings are subjected to the law of karma and are bound to suffer and enjoy the fruitive results of their own work. Only the devotees is exempt from such reactions by the causeless mercy of the supreme authority, the personality of Godhead. ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिनेति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Thank you so much, Prabhuji and Matajis, for joining today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. So we'll discuss here. So just to quickly recap, so after hearing about Narada Mahamuni's previous birth and activities, beginning of this chapter, Vyasadeva inquired few questions. Out of those, two questions are: how did you pass your life after initiation? And how did you attain this spiritual body? So transcendental body, having quit your old body. So today's sloka, today's text is about how did you attain the spiritual body. And yesterday and all previous text we discussed how Narada Muni spent his life after the initiation. So we heard in the previous slokas for the question, how did you pass your life after initiation? Narada Muni explained, Evam Krishna Mater Brahman. So yesterday we discussed this one. Yesterday we heard. So he was fully absorbed in thinking of Krishna. So is it possible a normal human being to attain that state in a day or two, or few days, or few months? Practically, it is not possible. However, Narada Muni here, he started chanting the holy name and fame of the Lord, repeated recitations. He chanted repeatedly, ignoring all the formalities of the material world. And he traveled all over the earth. Thus, by become, he fully satisfied, humble, and non-envious. By chanting the glories of the Supreme Personality of God as Sri Krishna, Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela, he become fully satisfied, humble, and non-envious. So thus he become fully qualified to attain the spiritual body, and Krishna rewarded accordingly the spiritual body. So Krishna did not rewarded the spiritual body very beginning. So he gave the opportunity to Narada Muni to purify himself, to fully become satisfied, humble, to fully absorbed in thinking of Krishna. Then he become eligible and Krishna rewarded accordingly. But if you see a small example in our schools or colleges also, so if you are studying 5th standard, 8th standard, 9th standard, the school and the management, they will teach that particular curriculum only. They will not teach beyond that. They will not teach 10th class or intermediate or BTech, those kind of books or explanations to the 8th or 9th class students, because they are not qualified to reach there. That's why need to be become qualified. And Krishna told in Bhagavad Gita multiple in the multiple texts, he is giving assurance. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tams tathaiva bhajamyaham. So he gives a lot of assurance, saying, yeah, the way we surrender to him, he will reciprocate. He will reward accordingly. So he gave various shlokas like Antakalecha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram yah prayati samadbhavam yati nashchetra samsaya. So whoever remembers Krishna at the time of quitting the material body, they will attain to the supreme abode. There is no doubt. They will attain the spiritual body. There is no doubt about it. There are various slokas, but the thing is, we have to be in that consciousness while living the body. So Narada Muni, therefore, is saying here, having been awarded a transcendental body befitting an associate of the personality of Godhead, acquit the body made of 5 material elements. Acquit the body made of 5 material elements, and thus all acquired fruitive results of work, karma, stopped. So this is the description by Narada Mahamuni of his previous life. What happened when in his previous life death come. So in the previous verse, yesterday, it was described that all of a sudden there was a sudden change of body. So, what is the sudden change of the body? He quit the present body, which is made of five elements, and he did not enter into another material body. Unlike others, most people they quit the body and they body at the time of death, and they enter to another material body. Might be higher planets, lower. But Narada Mahamuni here, he perfected his devotional service and he awarded a spiritual body. So, what kind of spiritual body it is explained? Befitting an associate of the personality of Godhead. Then what happened to the material body? So he says, I quit the earlier body, which is made of five material elements. Every day, everyone quits such body. Then the advantage for Narada Mahamuni is that all acquired fruitive results of work or karma stopped. So no more karma, no more reactions for the Narada Mahamuni. So that is a wonderful achievement. That is a wonderful achievement for a devotee who has perfected his devotional service. Actually, our original form is spiritual form only. Aham Brahmasmi. So here, how we can understand the award? So since we are already in the spiritual, actually our original form is spiritual. So however, it is undeveloped. It is undeveloped in our present conditions because we are covered by the material body due to our desire to enjoy materially. So that spiritual form is undeveloped by spiritual practice. Actually, by spiritual practice, that is devotional service, the spiritual body develops. Exactly as we go on performing pure devotional service, we go on purifying our material contaminations, that spiritual body develops. We are awakening, we are awakened to spiritual reality as we go on doing pure devotional service, and portions in portions our awakening, we are engaged in more and more in pure devotional service. That is that is only possible with the mercy of the spiritual master and Krishna. So Prabhupada explains here, the transcendental body is free from material affinity. So there is no material affection. So just like our bodies, we always feel some material affection. So for material, we always feel some material affection for material sense objects. Our eyes is looking for a beautiful form. Ears are searching for melodious music or some prize or honor. Those kind of words ear is expecting. A nose is looking for nice fragrance, nice aromas, nice smell. Like that, all our senses are looking for material affections only. But a transcendental body is free from material affinity, no material affections or no material attractions. So the senses of a transcendental form are not disturbed. So Prabhupada further explained here, the transcendental body is invested with three primary transcendental qualities. One is the eternity. So that means the form of the spiritual body is eternal. Like unlike material form, which is never eternal. See, material form, this body is never eternal. So because there is an end. So it is fixed duration. So this material body is fixed duration. So that's all. Even during the limited duration of the body, so this body undergoes various changes from childhood to youthhood, youthhood to old age, childhood to youth, youth to old age to again its fundamental miseries, and it will die. So Krishna explained in Bhagavad Gita also. Dehinasmin yatha dehe kaumaram yavvanam jara tatha dehantara praptir dhiras tatra na muhyate. So the body undergoes various changes, and after quitting the body, the soul will take another body based on the desire. However, the spiritual body is eternal. Ajo nitya saswata yam purano. Na jayate na mriyate na jayate kadachin. So there is no birth and death. This body, spiritual body, the spirit soul is eternal, everlasting. So freedom from, next one is freedom from material modes. So not only this body is temporarily, it is also influenced by the gunas of three material modes, three gunas. Sometimes sattva guna dominates us, sometimes rajoguna dominates us, sometimes tamoguna dominates us. So accordingly, our behavior also changes. For example, if you see tamoguna, how tamoguna dominates, even though we do not desire, tamoguna dominates on us. For suppose if we are late from any function or any temple program, if you are late to the bed to 1 a.m., 2 a.m. or 12 p.m., 12 a.m. So next day morning, we hesitate to wake up. Even though our alarm rings, ting, 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 we keep on postpone. Our tamoguna awaken, that time tamoguna suggest us, okay, you did not had proper sleep, please sleep for some more time. You can do rest of the activities later of the day, because some Friday, if we are late on Friday, we think Saturday is holiday, we'll take the japa or we'll take other activities during the daytime of the time. So we hesitate to wake up, and the tamoguna influence on us, encouraging us to start late, to do the devotional service late, or to take more rest, to give more rest to the body. So that's how, even though we do not desire personally, we want to do devotional service as a devotee, but that tamoguna is influence us. So this material existence is horrible. So we don't have freedom to act properly when we are under the influence of three gunas. But by devotional service, we can rise above the gunas gradually as we go on doing devotional service, and devotional service leads to our freedom completely from material modes. So we come to the spiritual platform being freed from all the three modes through devotional service only. The third characteristics is the third characteristic of the transcendental body is freedom from reactions of fruitive activities. So always this material body is store of previous fruitive activities. Always we carry previous desires to the next life. In this life also we are affected, or we are facing the result from our previous karmas. Sometimes good, sometimes not so good. So both happiness and distress that we have to experience. But spiritual body has no reflection or no reaction at all. So this is what Krishna is awakening, or the Krishna is inviting us back to home. Back to home means back to the spiritual life, which is of eternally bliss knowledge. So this material body is always affected. With the lack of these three qualities, material body is not eternal. Material body is not free from material influences. So Prabhupada further explains here, a devotee, Prabhupada further explains, a devotee. Prabhupada further explains here, a devotee's body becomes at once surcharged with devotional, with the transcendental qualities as soon as he is engaged in devotional service of the Lord. This is a wonderful thing about devotional service. As soon as we engage, we become surcharged with devotional qualities. The body becomes surcharged with transcendental qualities. That is how we are able to do devotional service so far. So, and Prabhupada gives a beautiful example here. It acts like the magnetic influence of a touchstone upon iron. So, when there is iron magnetic stone or magnet, it will immediately influence that magnetic influence on the iron. Will always be there. So that influence of iron will always be there in the presence of a touchstone or magnetic stone. Similarly, when we do devotional service, the effect of this material body is that the material body will not be obstacle for Krishna consciousness, because it will gradually grow to the level of transcendental qualities. We will get that same transcendental qualities. Therefore, change of body means stoppage of reactions of three qualitative modes of material nature. So upon pure devotees, no more influence. There are so many instances. Prabhupada explained here, there are so many instances. Mainly Dhruv Maharaj and Prahlad Maharaj were able to see the personality of Godhead face to face within the same body itself. So we cannot see spiritual form, how they were able to see. That means that the qualities of the devotee's body is changed from material to spiritual as soon as the devotee engaged in devotional service. So only the devotees are free from the influence of the three gunas because of the causeless mercy from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So in the end of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna told, uh, सर्वधर्मान परित्यज्य मामेकम शरणम व्रजम अहम त्वम सर्व पापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः. So he told, give up everything, surrender unto me, pure devotional service. I will deliver you. I will remove all your sinful activities. So the thing is, the summary here is, so Narma Muni started chanting the holy name and fame of the Lord by repeated recitations, ignoring all the formalities of the material world, and he traveled all over the earth. By traveling all over the earth, by preaching to everyone about Krishna consciousness, Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela, about Krishna's Leela, and chanted, he completely chanted. So by doing that, he become fully satisfied. He become fully satisfied and become humble and non-envious. So if we also perform all these things, we will become fully satisfied in Krishna consciousness. We will become fully satisfied ourselves. We will become humble and non-envious. Thus, Narad Muni become fully absorbed in thinking of Krishna. At the end of this material body, Krishna rewarded him a spiritual body, which is having primarily three qualities. That is, namely eternity, freedom from material modes, and freedom from reactions of fruity activities. So this is possible only through devotional service. So we all know this material world, the difference between material world and the spiritual world, Krishna explained in Bhagavad Gita. So this material world is conditioned. We have time limit. We have age. Age factor is there. We have day and night problem is there. So manda buddhi, manda bhagya. So all these problems we have. Padam padam yadvi padam. This material world. Dukkhalema asasvatam. But Tadhama paramam mamam. So Krishna told, if you come to my abode, there is no, these material problems are not there. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi is not there. There is no problem of sunlight. There is no problem uh, of the material desires. So it's all spiritual. So we will become completely happy over there eternally by serving to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So to become fully absorbed in thinking of Krishna, what we have to do? What we have to do? We have to chant and preach Krishna consciousness like Narada Mahamuni. So then only our anarthas will go away. We will become fully satisfied, humble, and non-envious. That's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. Jare dekho tare koho Krishna upadesa. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, Jare dekho tare koho Krishna upadesa. Wherever you go, you preach. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, instruct everyone to follow the orders of Sri Krishna, Lord Sri Krishna, as they are given in Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. In this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, in this way, become a spiritual master and try to liberate everyone from this land. So this is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instructions. So we have to adopt this. We have to purify ourselves first, and then we need to preach others, so that we can bring all Krishna consciousness. We can bring welfare in this society by giving the Krishna prema to others. So with this, I would like to stop here. So thank you so much for listening. And if any questions, we can take it up.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, any questions, reflections? Okay, if there are no questions, let's thank Bhaktiman Bhimsen Prabhu for giving nice Srimad Bhagavatam class by chanting 3 times Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Let's offer our prayers to Lord Narshamadiya for the protection of ISKCON Somerset congregation and as well as entire world. उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मुख्यं नमाम्यहम् उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मुख्यं नमाम्यहम् उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मुख्यं नमाम्यहम् नरसिंह भगवान की जय, प्रहलाद महाराज की जय. Tomorrow we'll have a regular Srimad Bhagavatam class, and this Saturday we are having one online special class with His Grace Revati Raman Prabhu, ISKCON GBC Tirupati. Don't miss that. I'm going to share the details shortly. And also we'll have a regular Bhagavatam class tomorrow 6:30 a.m. With that we can conclude. Wish you a happy Krishna conscious day ahead. Let's offer our prayers to Vaishnavas and chant 3 times Hare Krishna Mahamantra enthusiastically. Vancha kalpatarobhyascha kripa sindhobhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. भगवान श्री कृष्ण परमात्मा की जय. अमल पुराणम श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय. स्वामी भक्तवृंद की जय. गौर प्रेमानंदे. हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण.